Good evening, viewers. We live in difficult times, it seems, as we often have in the past, and I'm afraid we probably shall in the future, insofar as the future actually exists. I've been talking on fairly serious matters recently, but I thought I'd try and talk about the situation in a more humorous way by a very short joke or two criticizing the European Union and Germany at the moment, but in a pleasant way. And I may even finish with a small song, because I think Germans are quite good at music. Now, the European Commission is often trying to harmonize and standardize things, sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. Now, one week, the COREPER, that's a French acronym for the Council of Permanent Representatives, la Comité de Représentation Permanente, meets, and they want to harmonize the art of seducing a woman. So the various representatives of the ministries of culture or sport or whatever meet to present their papers and try and harmonize the art of seducing women. The Italian representative gets up first, and he begins. And they use English as the common language, to the consternation of the French. The Italian gets up and says, good, the first point is you must plan to walk in a very high-up place with the woman. The weather must be good. It must be toward the evening, not in the day with the big hot sun for sweat. It's a little cool in the evening. You are in an high-up place. There must be a beautiful view, and you must give her your arm. And you walk slowly, you do not talk too much. Sometimes you look at the view, you say, che bella vista, carissima mia, ma guarda un po', look at this beautiful view. And as you walk, sometimes you find your moment, and you touch her elbow a little bit. If she squeezes a little bit, you can then continue, maybe with a little hand on her shoulder, etc. At a dramatic, correct moment, you must to stop as the sun is going down and look at her and take. This is our way. It's more tactile and delicate. And so he puts his paper down. And then the Englishman gets up and says, oh, no, that's ridiculous. That's just theatre. Much better to be pragmatic. Slowly catch your monkey. Now, you meet a woman at your tennis club and you say, would you like to be my doubles partner? And she says yes. And you play tennis for a few weeks, and then you say, well, would you like a singles match? And she says yes. So you play a singles match or two, and then you say, would you like to come to tea? And she says yes. And so she comes to tea, and then you say, would you like to come to dinner next week? And she says yes. She comes to dinner. And then the week after you say, would you like to come to bed? And she says yes. Well, that's the English way. Slowly catch your monkey. None of this silly continental nonsense at all. And then the Frenchman gets up. He says, mais no. This is not the way to do it correctly. This is Anglo-Saxon rubbish. The best way is to meet a girl in the disco, to dance, and then to say, would you like to go for a ride in my sport car? She says yes. She comes in your car. You go fast. You make the big acceleration for the vibration. Brrr. Then you say, would you like to come home for a glass of vin rouge, a glass of red wine? She says yes. So she is sitting down next to you. You pour the first glass. Accidentally, on purpose, one drop of wine, it go upon her knee. So you go down. You lick the wine, you say, pardon, mademoiselle, I am a bit clumsy. She does not mind. She says, oh, ce n'est pas grave, it's not so terrible. So then the second glass, you pour the second glass, it go down one drop accidentally, on purpose, upon her low-cut décolleté. So now you go down, you lick it off, and you continue. This is a proper way to do these things. Mon Dieu. And then the German gets up. He looks at the Frenchman. He looks at his own papers. He says, ach so, that is very interesting. Can you do that with beer? Can you do that with beer? Ha ha. Well, that's meant to be a joke. it suggests really that there's a certain lack of tactility sometimes. And this is what the Greeks are experiencing here. Good, strong German models, but the Germans use beer, you know, they don't use wine so much. Now, this reminds me of one short, tiny joke. In the war, the Germans apparently used to come to the mouth of the River Thames and lay mines. And the next day, the British minesweepers used to come and gather up the mines. So one week, the British had an idea. They said, let's leave the mines. So they left the mines, and then the Germans came back and got blown up by their own mines. Oh, that's awful. However, that's all humour. But I think there's an element of truth. But let me tell you, just to be nice to the Germans, let me play a beautiful German song. Am Golfe Biscaya ein Mägdelein stand, ein junger Matrose hielt sie bei der Hand. Sie klagte ihm ihr Schicksal, ihr Herz war so schwer. Sie hat keine Heimat, kein Mütterlein mehr. Fahr mich in die Ferne, mein blonder Matrose. Bei dir möchte ich sein, auch im Wellengettose. Wir gehören zusammen, wie der Wind und das Meer. Von dir mich zu trennen, ach, das fehlt mir so schwer, so schwer. But let's be nice to the English as well. Early one morning, just as the sun was rising, I heard a maiden sing in the valley below. Oh, don't deceive me, oh, never leave me. How could you treat a poor maiden so? And don't forget the Italians. Sul mare luccica nastro d'argento, placida è l'onda, prospero il vento. Oh, dolce Napoli, oh sol beato, Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia. And of course the French, ooh la la, if I begin with the French, with the Brassens, that would be too naughty. So I won't do it this time. Anyway, on a more serious note, just remember, you Greeks, we Greeks, let us see the good, the bad and the ugly. Let us get the confidence to sort out our own affairs by catching these gangsters, and then we'll impress Europe. Anyway, have a good evening, good night, hope you enjoyed it a bit. Bye-bye. Thank you.